Coach, what'd you get back to, or what'd you start doing in the fourth quarter to take back control of the game?
I thought our defense was good all night. I thought we did a pretty good job. Hit a few too many threes, but for the most part, we defended. I thought Karras had an important stretch there when we were struggling, couldn't really score, and he made some big plays, started to get downhill, and obviously kind of Spencer too. Those two guys, I thought they turned it up because our offense we're struggling, and we really needed those two guys tonight. I thought they did a heck of a job.
And those two specifically big in the game tonight. But how big of a positive sign is that overall, seeing those guys getting clicking?
Yeah, two guys coming back obviously from injury and starting to get their mojo back, and I thought both of them were good defensively too. So both sides of the ball. But listen, Cleveland gave us a heck of a fight. It was on nip and tuck, and our offense, like I said, we're not shooting the ball great. I don't think we're moving it great. We're in a little bit of a rut. So it's good to pull out a win like that, even though the offense is struggling.
And did you sense some of the desperation that they're going to need, to make a serious playoff push?
I think there was a moment in the fourth quarter where we were desperate, man. It was, and even in the third, they got an eight-point lead, I think, and I'm glad we kept our cool though, because I think maybe last year, 2 years ago, we lose that lead, or the lead goes to 16, 18. The fact that we kept our cool, weathered the storm, and then came back, that was important, because we weren't, we won that game without playing great.
And how critical is it when the three isn't falling that well to get downhill like you did to the back?
Man, that was, I just looked at the stat. We were at the rim a lot, and that's always got to be our first intention. I thought Joe had a huge drive there at the end on the closeout, and then he got the offensive rebound, put it back. So really pleased with that. I thought Jared Allen was good too. I thought he played with a lot of force tonight, and that's the most aggressive I've seen him in a week or two. So that was a real positive.
Did you change anything tactically, or was that just a matter of Spencer kind of taking matters into his own hand down the stretch there?
No, we stuck with what we're doing. I mean, it was more Spencer, pushing the pace and getting in pick and roll and getting downhill. Since Spencer's been back, what I've been really pleased with is just how he's pushing the ball, and that's what we're encouraging him to do. Get out in the open court. He's like he's a speed demon. He's a dragster out there. It's hard to keep up with him and keep driving into the rim. So he did those things. It was I thought it was a game changer for us.
You had 15 assists, I think, in the first half. They had the pick-and-roll game working really well. I think it was only 6 assists in the second half. Were they doing anything to, cut off the passes off the pick-and-roll?
Yeah, I thought they did a much better job in the second half. I thought they brought their bigs up, but I don't think we're hitting a roll as well. That's kind of our bread and butter, hitting that roll guy, and it was a combination. They did a better job of taking it away, and we didn't concentrate on hitting it. But when they do take away that roll, I think the one we're missing is that the perimeter guy on the other side, or the guy that sucks in on the strong side. So it's something we'll look at. But credit to them. I thought they were good defensively.
And the numbers were modest tonight, but Rody did have 7 rebounds to go with 10 points. What have you seen from him these 2 games?
Listen, Kevin Love's a heck of a player, and I know we didn't necessarily stop him, but I thought Rody for a rookie, in this situation, important game, I thought he did a heck of a job. I love the stop we got down at the end, and he ran out and got the lob from Spencer. Listen, he's been a pleasant surprise again. We sat him for a few games, and he didn't get flustered about that. Now he's our starting foreman, and I felt like those rebounds, it kind of helps us realize that he can play the 4 in this league, because we were worried tonight with Kevin Love and his strength and all that, but I thought we held the 4 pretty good with him in DC.
When you put Spencer back on in the fourth quarter, I think Karras had a couple good minutes there, and a couple threes. And what made you make that switch? What were you thinking you needed from Spencer to put him back at that time there?
He's just a gut, you know. I wanted to get him a few minutes, you know, put D'Angelo back in just to get Spencer a blow. I knew with the idea that we were, you know, I was going to come back, but I definitely brought him back sooner than intended. I wanted him to go a little longer on the bench to get a break, but I felt like the game was nip and tuck. I felt like we needed him in the game, and that's a tough call because Karras was playing well too. So I think with everybody healthy now, there are going to be a lot of tough decisions because you could argue, you know, why wasn't Karras in there? He deserved to be in there, and we're just going to have to figure that out. You know, obviously, I thought it ended up being a good move getting Spencer back in there.